Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and I finally saw Kiki's Delivery Service. This was directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It is the fourth film from Studio Ghibli, and it was released in 1989. And this movie is based on the book of the same name. And before I dig into the review, I just would like to say thank you to you all who have checked out the other videos in this series on Grave of the Fireflies and My Neighbor Totoro. They did far better than I honestly anticipated, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. Anyway, onto the review. Kiki's Delivery Service tells the story of a little girl named, well, Kiki. She moves to a new city where she establishes a delivery business. You see, Kiki is a witch. No, not that kind of a witch. She's actually a good witch, so she would be Glenda. She can ride on a magic broom, she has a certain amount of powers, and she has a little cat named Gigi who helps her out. By the way, Gigi's awesome. But after a series of unfortunate events, Kiki pretty much loses all of her powers and has to question whether she's earned them in the first place. Like I mentioned, this movie was based on a novel of the same name, and kind of similar to how books turning into movies goes, there was a lot of stuff added to the movie version. Let's just say many of the dramatic elements that are in the movie were added by Miyazaki himself. Miyazaki would address these changes in an interview by saying, "As movies always create a more realistic feeling, Kiki will suffer stronger setbacks and loneliness than in the original." It can be a rather dicey proposition to add stuff into something that is being adapted, but I do believe that Miyazaki made the right choice here. To say that Kiki's Delivery Service was one of Ghibli's more successful movies is a massive understatement. This was the highest grossing movie of the entire year in Japan, making just over 4 billion yen, which translates to about 40 million US dollars. And now having seen Kiki's Delivery Service, I think I can safely say that I think this has been my favorite of these Ghibli movies to watch. I think, objectively, My Neighbor Totoro might be a little better, but in terms of a story-driven movie, this is the best one. Again, just me. Firstly, and again, this is going to be just a super no-duh statement, but the animation in this movie is absolutely on point. But I think especially in Kiki's Delivery Service, it really shines, because unlike My Neighbor Totoro, where it was more focused on nature, this movie builds an actual city, and not gonna lie, I would love to live in a city like that. It's by a beach, it's got these nice little mom and pop shops, cobblestone roads, like old Model T Fords. Not gonna lie, I think I'd really like to live there. And the heart and soul of this movie is absolutely Kiki, and even when she is struggling, she's still a genuinely nice person. The movie does a great job of showing that even though she's going through some very difficult times, she does try her hardest. In the movie, it's said that a witch is sent off for a year to live somewhere else to develop their skills. And, well, let's just say Kiki learned an awful lot. But she learned without losing any of her spirit. I liked that. I liked the spirit of that. But my favorite character of this entire movie, by a significant margin, has to be Gigi. I'm a cat guy. I love my cat, and just Gigi was just so awesome. In the English version, he's voiced by Phil Hartman, and this would actually turn out to be Hartman's last role of any kind, as he would die shortly after this movie was released in America in about 1994 or 5, if my memory serves me right. Hartman was a truly great comedic character actor. He was in movies like Jingle All the Way, and here he just made the movie for me. When Kiki is just she's just a super nice girl, tries to compliment everyone and just try and be a good person, Gigi doesn't give a crap, and he has no filter. He'll just say what he thinks. One of my favorite parts of this movie has nothing to do with the plot. It's when Kiki and Gigi are in this shop buying stuff, and Gigi sees this mug of himself, and he's like, "Hey Kiki, it's me!" Has nothing to do with the plot or anything like that. I just thought it was really cool. But this movie does an excellent job of feeling very relatable. Because as much as I loved My Neighbor Totoro, I've never met a forest spirit, so I can't really relate to that. What I can relate to is a lot of the struggles that Kiki had. Experiencing rejection at a job that she really likes. Losing her abilities, and ergo, her confidence in those abilities. Wanting to go to certain social events, but because she has a lot of work to do, she has to respectfully cancel. I could go on, but I think you all get my point. Kiki handles all of this with as much dignity as one could ask for, and it endeared me to her, what can I say? And I think this may be my favorite ending of any of the Ghibli movies that I've seen. I dare not spoil it, but let me just say, it was one of those endings where I was shocked, but in the best way possible. And at the end of the day, Kiki's Delivery Service, and I will stand by this, is my favorite of the Ghibli movies that I have watched. I have a few left, so the jury's still out on whether it is my favorite. But as far as the 4 that I have watched, while objectively My Neighbor Totoro might be the best, Kiki's Delivery Service is absolutely my favorite. But that is all for me, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. In 2 Sundays from now, that'll be March 7th, I will be giving you all my first reaction to the next Ghibli movie called Only Yesterday. And then, next Sunday, February 28th, I'm going to be steering things in a bit of a different direction and talk about one of my favorite TV shows going right now, Better Call Saul, and asking the question, is it the best television prequel ever? But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam. I'll see you in the next one.